Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to this second video. So if you haven't seen the first one yet, in which I explain how trading works, how you can make an income from the Forex market and analyzing exchange rates, currency exchange rates, then you should really check that video first. Because if you haven't seen that one, then this one is going to be very irrelevant and it won't make a lot of sense to you. So this is the second video. If you haven't seen the first one, I would advise you to watch that one before watching this one. You can find the link in the bio on my Instagram, which is ben.degryse. Yeah, just click the link in the bio there. That's the first video. Anyway, with that being said, in this one, I'm going to explain to you guys where I get all my information, how I personally learned how to analyze these markets, why this is the preferred platform for me to use, and also the benefit that I hope it'll have for you. Because obviously, if anybody asks me, oh, Ben, how did you learn all of this? And how can I learn all of this? Then obviously, I only want to work with the things I know did the job for me. Because there's plenty of information out there of which you cannot verify the source. And trust me, there's a lot of people out there who want you to lose money in these markets. If you cannot verify the source of the information, then you really don't know if the information is legit, if it's valuable, and if it will even work at all. So I wanted to avoid all of that. And this is really the first thing that allowed me to find an approach that really does the trick. So without further ado, let me introduce you to the platform that I used, and I'll show you exactly what I used, because I didn't use everything on there because there's a lot of things available. So I'll just show you exactly what I used to start off with, and then I'll go over a couple of extra features that you may want to use should you choose to. All right, so let me just share my screen with you guys. All right, this one right here. Let me know if you can see it. All right, cool. So this is the platform. Obviously, it's an education. You need to enroll for it. And there's two very basic things to this that are, in my opinion, among the most important. So first off, you've got the Academy, which is an overview of all the theoretical knowledge that will benefit you when analyzing these markets. So it really teaches you everything from A to Z, from a very basic level to a very advanced level. We do this in different languages: English, Spanish, Portuguese. I went with the English one. So let me just show you that as an example, and then things will become more clear. So when I say it really starts off with basics, I mean really basic shit, in the sense of it'll explain where money comes from, why money even exists, okay? And then bit by bit, it'll come to why the Forex market exists and how that came into existence, how you can participate in it, who else participates in it, and so on. So these are all little videos, about 11 to 15 minutes long. First one is the history of Forex. It'll also deal with the history of money a little bit. And you've got major market participants. What is Forex? What is traded in the Forex market? When should you trade it? What is buying? What is selling? What is a pip? Now, if you've watched the first video I recorded, then you would already know what these things are. What are leverage and lots? What's a trend? And so on and so on. It goes all the way on. And this is your first chapter, if you like, ending with proper risk management. Now, I hope it's obvious that risk management is essential in approaching these markets. It's not risky, but you need to know how to minimize the risk, okay? So I would advise these two videos, at least watch them twice, okay? But yeah, that's the first chapter. So this is your basic introduction to the market and how it works. Now, obviously, there's other chapters as well. And in these other chapters, you learn how to really analyze the market. So let's go over technical analysis, for instance. In this chapter, you will learn how to analyze market structure and how that gives you opportunities. So these videos are only 5 to 10 minutes long, right? But of course, they are a little bit more technical. Now, that doesn't mean it's difficult. If you've studied the first chapter, then this will be easy for you to understand, okay? So I know it looks a little bit alien, but trust me, it's not that bad at all. So again, videos up to 10 minutes in length, and they teach you basic market structure, how to analyze that, how to spot that, and how they can be relevant to your profitability in trading. So as this goes on, I'm not going to go over every chapter, but as this goes on, you eventually have Forex Intermediate, Advanced, Market Geometry, Harmonics Mastery. There's also Mindset Education here. There's also Crypto Education in case you're interested in that. But I personally only trade Forex. Last example, Harmonics Mastery. This is going to look very difficult, but again, it isn't as difficult as it looks. It's just because you don't know it yet that it looks difficult. So yeah, there we go. So you see there's a lot more lines on your screen already. We've got these patterns and waves, and I know this looks a little bit like, ooh, shit, what's this, right? But trust me, as you ease into all of this, it will all make sense, all right? So there we go, there we go. So these videos are, again, up to 15 minutes, but you've got some longer ones as well. So this one here is like 50 minutes. So, of course, because they want to go more in depth, it takes more time. But obviously, you want to have, you know, quality information. So it makes sense that it takes a little bit longer. Anyway, that's the theory. This will teach you everything about how the market works, how it's structured, and how you can use that. But it's a bit like driving a car. It doesn't mean because you passed your theoretical exam, it doesn't make you a good driver necessarily. Okay? It doesn't mean that you'll know how to behave in busy traffic. Okay? It doesn't mean that you'll feel comfortable when a big truck passes you by. You know, so although this teaches you all the theoretical aspects of the market, it doesn't necessarily make you a good trader, because you need to know how to act based on all this information. And in order to help you do that, we've got something else, a practical approach. This is called IMLTV. So I personally studied the academy first, and then I started watching IMLTV, where I learned most of what I'm able to do right now. This is available in different languages. Okay, so we've got Dutch, we've got French, English, German, Spanish, Portuguese, you know, and so on and so on. I usually study in English because that's what I did at first, and so that's what I'm used to. Also, my favorite educators speak English. So after you choose your language, you can choose basics or advanced, crypto, blah, blah, blah. I'll usually go with advanced. And then there's a number of educators here and times and dates, or days rather, on which they go live. So you can watch them analyze the markets live, which means that you can be it's almost as if you're watching over their shoulder with them as they are analyzing the market. And they are explaining what they do, why they do it, how they do it, when they would or wouldn't do it, and so on. So you can literally learn the practical side of things from all of these people. Now, these are people who have gone through very, very demanding trials before being allowed to teach on this platform. So trust me when I say that the information these guys give you is reliable and is worth it, because they've had to prove their ability before even being allowed to teach on here. So we've got Zach McDonald right here. He's one of my favorite educators. He lives about half an hour away from me, so I see him on and off as well. And it's amazing to be able to just, talk to guys like this. Same goes for Leon. Leon Davis. He's one of the most successful traders in the school, and he's only started 3 years ago. I talk about him a little bit in the previous video as well. Now, he's not live at the moment, but you can see that he was live, so you can watch the recordings in case nobody, or in case he is not live. So you can watch the recording from 17 hours ago, 18 hours, a day, 6 days ago. So you can scroll all the way back to, I think, 6 months ago to learn how these people approach the market in a practical manner. Now you also see this live chat right here. Leon always sends his markups. So whatever he sees in the market, he'll mark it up and he'll send it through to all of you so that you can actually use it and learn from how he sees the market. But of course, it also means that you can ask questions, right? So it's an amazing way to learn. And opposite from the theory in which you are alone, this practical aspect allows you to learn together with other people. So, you know, you're not facing this new skill set on your own. You can actually bounce off each other and share ideas. And you can do this with people who are multiple six-figure earners. So you know your information is coming from a legit source. Anyway, so the Academy and IMLTV, those are my two main sources of education. That's what I spent most of my time on. Now, there are a couple of additional services that the school offers or the platform offers to help you win in these markets, to help you learn more efficiently. Let me just go over a couple of them. So you also have the harmonic scanner. The harmonic scanner is basically a tool that allows you to find quality setups in the market without you having to identify the structure. So the scanner does it for you, and this is a good thing because harmonic patterns, I don't expect you to know what those are, but harmonic patterns are very difficult sometimes to spot with the naked eye. So if you've got this tool to do it for you, it'll save you a lot of time. And harmonic patterns are also among the most reliable patterns in the market. So it'll save you a lot of time, but it'll also give you a lot of great opportunity for very little effort, okay? So let me just log in. And let's see what opportunities the scanner is giving us right now. And then see how we can capitalize on it. I'll go over a couple of opportunities that were given to us in the past, and I'll show you how they turned out. Okay, so here's what happens. They give an entry level, a stop loss level to protect you, take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. Now, all you have to do is look at the pattern, look at confirmation. So we already see price being rejected. This is an entry for a buy order. So you want this market to go up. You can already see it go up. So this is a confirmation that it's actually going to do what the scanner is anticipating. So you could enter this one right now and probably make a profit straight away. If we have a look at setups that were given to us in the past, let's go on this one. Let's go on, I don't know, anyone? USD CHF, Gartley. Okay, there we go. So this one was given to us. This was our entry. Take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. Now you see your entry here. We start going up straight away. Take profit 1 is already hit. So you could have just taken this and you would have made money. Take profit 2 came very close, very close. So this may still be hit later on. And then as a continuation, we may hit take profit 3, although that is usually if we're, I guess, lucky. Okay, now take profit 2, I probably would have exited this in profit manually. On take profit 2, I'm usually happy with those levels. Now, I don't use this scanner very often because I trade in a different way. I have a different approach, but I know a lot of people who make a lot of money from using this. And it's, you know, as I said before, it's a very low effort way to approach the market. Anyway, that's a harmonic scanner. That's just one tool that's also used, or that you can also use. There's many other ones. We've got Pip Talk. Pip Talk is basically like a chat service. So all the educators that are on IMLTV, you can chat with them, and they've got like communication channel that's called Pip Talk, in which they give you extra information and extra setups for the market, and you can choose your favorite educators and just link up to their channels. It doesn't mean you have to be linked up to all channels, you know, so you can kind of choose who you interact with and who you learn from. So like Boyd Pips is a channel that I tend to follow sometimes. And so what they do is they just give you the setups like New Zealand dollar versus Canadian, buy by market, stop loss here, take profit there, AUD USD, stop loss there, take profit there, and so on and so on. So they just give you the ideas, and it helps you find setups in the market as well. So this is Boyd Pips. Yeah. Anyway, that's another thing. Then another thing the school offers is called Gold Cup. Now, Gold Cup is basically, how should I say? It's basically an extra platform specifically to analyze gold, US 30, which is, well, it's not a currency, but I won't get into that right now, and has a couple of extra features to really help you analyze the market. Now, for gold, and this is unique in Forex in general, this is literally unheard of. Gold Cup has an accuracy of 86%. Since New Year's, so we're almost 6 months into the year right now, 55 trades that were called have hit profit, and only 6, I think, have hit loss. So that is an incredible accuracy level for these markets. And that means that you should have, you could have just been able to take a signal and make money off of that. Copy, paste, bam, profit. That simple. You don't even have to analyze the market yourself in order to do that. But of course, I do still advise you to learn how to do it yourself, because the whole point is to become an independent earner. So you don't ever have to rely on anyone or anything else ever again to make an income. So signals are amazing and they can definitely help you, but you shouldn't rely on just that. Of course, it shouldn't be an excuse for you not to learn how to analyze this yourself. So that's Gold Cup. We've got a couple of other things as well. It's called levels, pivots. We've got swipe trades, which is like an app that you can download onto your phone. And then the educators, they just send you the signals that they are taking. So you can kind of trade with them should you choose to. You don't have to do that, obviously. But it really gives you an edge in the market, because you can basically capitalize on their experience before your experience is there yet. So you can kind of earn while you're learning, which is of course incredible. Same as when you're watching IML TV. If they give you a setup during the live session, well, nothing's stopping you from taking that. Okay, so you can earn while you learn, which is of course amazing. Anyway, I'm going to keep it to this. These are the main things I use. Most importantly, in my opinion, is the Academy and IML TV. The other tools and services can definitely make a big difference as well. I just feel more comfortable doing it on my own and not relying on those. Although for beginners, I do advise using them, because they will give you that extra edge in the market, and they will give you that extra information that will help you understand how things work more easily and more quickly. There's another opportunity involved with this school that I'm not going to discuss right now. But basically what it allows you to do is to get all of this for free if you study with 2 friends. So then you don't really have to pay any subscription for it. Of course, it is a school, so you have to enroll. There is a startup fee, depending on what currency you use and what packet you choose. The amount, of course, differs. So there is an enrollment fee, and then it works like a gym membership. So there's a monthly payment, but that monthly payment is dropped if you study with 2 friends. And then there's another opportunity to this should you choose to do that. It's completely optional. I'm not going to discuss that right now. But if you would like to learn more about that, then just message me. I think the most important thing is this education and learning how to trade. But if you're open-minded, then no worries. I'll happily explain the other opportunity to you as well. Now, as far as price goes, usually Forex Education, some of you may know this if you've ever been to a seminar, costs between $5,000 and $10,000. What you usually get then is about 5 videos and about 2 live sessions a month, which is obviously nothing at all. It's absolute bonkers. This in American dollars is a startup fee of, I think, around 220, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then a monthly fee, depending, of course, on what package you choose, of around 140 per month, or for free if you study with 2 friends. I always say that education is much cheaper than ignorance. You can imagine what you wouldn't earn because you don't know what all of this is, the amount of opportunities that you've already missed because you didn't have any idea this even existed. So in that sense, I always say that ignorance is expensive than education. So it's up to you to determine if you feel this platform provides you with everything you need. And it's up to you to determine if you think your time is more valuable than money. Because I said this in the first video and I'll say it again, I don't do this to be rich, I do it to be free. I can easily make my weekly or monthly or whatever salary in a couple of hours per week rather than working 5 days, 9 to 5. So I much more enjoy the time freedom than the money. And of course, it means that you've got to make that choice for yourself. Yeah, you can have both, of course, but that's not why I personally do it. I do know other people, of course, who do it for those reasons, who are successful at that as well, using the same platform. So that's completely personally up to you. But anyway, I'll keep it to this. That's about all I have to say about it. I hope you found this valuable information, and I hope it allows you to kind of determine for yourself if you're willing to study this, if you're willing to go through this. Obviously, I'll be there to coach you. I'm in touch with Leon and Zach as well, so I can add you to their personal groups so you can learn from them on a personal level, which is, of course, going to speed up the learning curve massively. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and just let me know what your thoughts are, and then we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.